changes you and it puts you in a different level and you can perform. And the last thing you're thinking about is, does my shirt fit? Do I look okay? Hey, all those words. Now you're focused on getting the job, rocking the interview, and getting out there. Even entrepreneurship, when you're in meetings, 100%. It's a mind shift. That's what we're trying to.
It is, because there's so much power in how you feel. It's like the saying goes. If you feel like $1 million, then you perform like $1 million. And you're sitting there across the table from somebody, and you're just as well dressed as that other guy. You're not thinking about how you look. You're not comparing yourself. At that point, you're equal to the CEO, and you feel like it, and you're going to perform like it. And that could be just the thing that's holding somebody back is a simple thing of what kind of clothes they have. So.
Yeah, it's a mental belief. It's a mental belief in believing in yourself, and that's really what we try to educate people on. And we're obviously, I'm very, very passionate about it, and I've been very fortunate to select the companies that I want to work with in the ventures that I do. But this was something so important to me because it's needed. It's truly, and I'll tell you what. If I can lower the price point anymore, that's my goal. I want to make it to where it's free, because I truly believe this is something that it's needed, that we wear suits, that there's a lot of people that, I don't need it. There's a lot of people that don't, not everybody's meant to be an entrepreneur, right? So that's okay. So let's help our people get out there and get jobs.
Yeah, and as servicemen, we're so used to looking, sharp. We're squared away, we're dressed tight, and to come back to the civilian world, we still kind of have that, that desire deep down. Sometimes we may say, "Well, I don't need that," but it's usually because we can't afford that we're saying it. And it's not that we don't need it, because emotionally and many times, we really do need it. And so it's huge things that you're doing, man.
Yeah, and thank you so much. Yeah, because and like I said, anything. I mean, we're trying to. So we're in Vegas right now. My goal is we're establishing ourselves in. I'm creating the franchise out here in San Diego. Eventually, my next move is Texas, and then from there head on to the East Coast. But we help people all over the world. I mean, we ship to Europe, we ship to Japan, we ship to everywhere. It doesn't matter. Wherever you're stationed, we ship there. So it's been a work in progress, just like everything else. We have our issues in terms of, sometimes the order gets messed up, but all we ask our people is, hey, give us a chance to correct it, and we will.
Sure. Yeah, that's just the integrity there. That's huge. So when you're thinking about, legacy sort of as a subject, what's the first thing that comes into your mind when you think about that? I mean, obviously the different things that you're doing here are part of what you're doing with your legacy, but what does it define to you?
To me, it's just, a lot of people talk about, I don't know. I guess for me, I look at it as giving back. I think I've been very fortunate and blessed, and my legacy is, it's not so much what I'm doing. It's the fact that it's the act of giving back. It's the act of, if I'm in a better situation than somebody else, it's not for me to just be like, well, man, I'm glad I'm doing a lot better than they are. It's, how can I go help? What can I do? Right. Even if it's just something as simple as just a handshake and be like, hey man, it's going to be cool. Like, just keep pounding, keep at it, right? Something is that simple. Or if we could change a life, just through, man, like I said, just even if it's like a shirt and tie, just whatever I can do it. That's really the legacy that I want to leave, in terms of, I want people to remember me for at least acknowledging these things and giving back. And that's why I devote so much of my time to creating things that will eventually last a long time. Here I can get $5 here and there, but man, I want to create to leave, and hopefully it's not about somebody remembering me. It's about, I hope somebody that takes this over and just makes it 100 times better than I can, or it gets an idea, or it inspires somebody else to create something or do something and just, man, go do, we're the veteran community is it's a funny demographic, there are people who truly want to help and give. And of course, you have, just like everywhere else, you have that 10% that isn't really about that. But I would like to believe that we've all in some way, shape, or form have given so much that, man, we need to help each other. There's no sense in bickering and fighting between us. But my legacy is to just give wherever we can.
That's true. And I do appreciate everything that you're saying about wanting to give, because deep down, when you think about legacy, is the blessings that we receive, we don't get them to keep them. We're given blessings so that we can pass it along. Everything that we give, I'm a person of faith, and so I put everything from that center. But we receive things as stewards. We receive them just to hold them for a little bit and then pass it to the next person. And the more that we receive, the more that we should give. And we receive the great blessings because we're able to bless more people. And so it's huge. It's huge because when we do it that way, we're going to have all that we need. And so we don't have to go at it with the mindset of I need more. The only reason we need more is so we can help more. And that's just the plain truth of it.
Yeah, and it wasn't that's not always the case. I've learned and struggled as an entrepreneur, but a lot of things have happened to me. One of the things that really did change for me was when I shifted my mindset about money. Mm-hmm. I used to have this belief about money in terms of, God, I just want to go make the money. I want to grind and I want to hustle and I want to do the work and make the money, right? But it was the thought process of always thinking that I needed to make the money that stopped me from making money. Sure. As soon as I changed the mindset of, what I'm going to do to create and give back, and as long as I take that approach, the money will always be there. Right. It was a scary thing when one of my mentors taught me that, but I believed in it. And I tell you right now, it's always worked out. For years now, it's always worked out where all my bills get paid. I have money left over, and I'm grateful for the abundance of opportunity that I get to make money. So, my goal isn't to be a millionaire. My goal is to live a comfortable life where I don't lack anything. My family's taken care of and I can help. And that's been such a blessing in the money mindset that has really, and people think I'm crazy, but I believe in wealth frequency. I believe that if you truly believe that if you create and you do and you help, money will come. I mean, yes, work towards it, strategize, have a plan. But when money isn't the objective, I'm telling you, the universe just gives back. It's insane. It's truly insane. And I learned that from a gentleman called, his name is Jesse Elder. Such an enlightening person that just truly shifted my mindset about money. And ever since then, I've been blessed. I've been blessed with opportunity and making money. So therefore, I can do things like lower the cost of goods that normally would be $500 to, making it as easy as possible for our military brothers to. We're working on a female line now for business clothing, but right now it's the men that I can help. But we are working on it, as our sisters do need the help as well.
Sure. Yeah, that's some good stuff, man. I'm loving everything that you're talking about because, it's, like I was saying earlier, it's stuff that really is near and dear to me that, we have to give back. We all took the same oath. We understand each other, and, our group, definitely needs each other to have each other six. So I love what you're doing, man.
No, definitely. Just one last thing that we're working on. Actually, I was just, even like I tell you about blessings. Just one last final thing. This past weekend, I was, so I have a partner. Her name is Becky Meyer, and she's phenomenal. She's not military, but she's a huge supporter. So, we're meeting people like so we have a product. It's called Combat Ready Insoles. It's actually an insole we developed to help. I wore boots for 18 years. I still wear them when I go hunting, when I do stuff. And man, feet, our feet are so important. It's just, people believe that they have to live in pain. Well, that's not the case. We have an insole. It's Combat Ready Insoles, and we give back. So every purchase, we give $2 back to any veteran organization. So we push it out there. Well, we've been blessed with, literally, we have meetings with a medical doctor that works at the White House that wants to help us get the word out. We're working with people like a CEO of Make-A-Wish Foundation that they really see the value in what we're doing. And these are just things that I never expected. I've never met them, but all of a sudden they're reaching out and like, we love what you guys are doing. Let's work together. And that's what I'm talking about is I don't expect anything like this. And it's just, but you put yourself out there, you believe in yourself, you create and you give back. And I promise you, it'll come back. It'll come back to you.
Yeah. And there's so much value in what you're saying, Enrique, as far as, the mindset and, the heart issue really is, doing things in the right way. You have to do it in the right mind. You do it in the right heart space that you're putting those things out there to help other people. And, just like you were talking about, that abundancy, when you're doing things through an abundance mindset versus a scarcity mindset, everything changes. Your whole world can change, and the power of what you can do for other people changes. And so, I love for our brothers and sisters hearing that, and the fact that you're so passionate about it, and in fact you're living it and you're proving it. And so, people could take notice of what you're doing, and look to you as a mentor in that, because you've proven it. You're proving that kind of a mindset changes everything.
Yeah, it's so important. I was one of those guys that I was making the money and thought I had to have the big house, the fancy cars, and I just, man, I don't know how I got lost in that, but I did. I got lost in it, and I recognized it, and I just, I got rid of all the crap in my life, and even the toxic people and just everything, and I just, it was like a cleanse, and I just hit the reset button, in terms of entrepreneurship and business and the people that I dealt with, and wow, everything changed. Everything changes. So it's crucial that not just in business, but in life, if you just focus on getting rid of all the toxic stuff in your life and really focus on you, you'd be surprised how much more you can not only handle, but give back and receive. And it's amazing. People ask me, I used to wake up at 5:30 when I was in the military. Now I wake up at 4 a.m. But it's because I choose to study. I choose to improve myself so that I can serve other people. And I think that's so important. And that alone, just shifting your mindset from waking up at 8, 9, to 4 a.m., 5 a.m., focusing on you, giving yourself some you time. Right. Man, it's amazing. Just that little bit, will change your life.
I had a mentor some years ago that they gave me probably one of the most valuable pieces of knowledge when it came to money and finance and the value of money, is because he would tell people, money won't buy happiness. Money really, all that money does for you is make you miserable in a nicer neighborhood. And just thinking of it that way is it's great to have it, but you're just going to be miserable in a nice neighborhood. So you have to find your happiness and your joy somewhere else. It's a tool. And so once you take the power from it, then everything changes.
Oh yeah. Money, I tell people, is like, I show them $1, I show them $100 bill or something. I'm like, can you believe that this controls so many lives? This piece of paper controls so many lives. And it's sad. It's sad. And I've been there, but see, that's the beauty of it, is I've been there. I've been there where I don't know how I'm going to pay the light bill. It's a struggle. I've lost a business. I've gone into just some really dark places, and you come out of it. You come out of that. From there, I ended up writing a book about it. It wasn't about me it was just about what I did to shift, to turn things around. And, the thing is I never promote my book, and I'm not going to do it here either. But what I wanted to do was, it's just something that I thought I did for me. And now it helps so many other people, because it was just a story of how to shift everything. And I don't know. I just wish that more people would step out of that environment of the materialistic crap and understand that, man, it's all about your mindset. And if you truly believe in yourself and knowing that you believe, I used to tell people all the time, here's how I love myself. Every morning I would wake up, I brush my teeth, I look at myself in the mirror, and I'd say, I love you 50 times. Mm-hmm. And that type of stuff was the kind of stuff that shifted me. Because how can I expect others to love me if I didn't love myself? Right. You got to accept who you are in order to move forward, right? Mm-hmm. If not, we're always going to be living in the past. And you just got to let go of all that stuff. So I didn't mean to get all philosophical, but it's important to me that people understand